Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hope so all of you are fine. My name is Aisha Zakaria. Today I am discussing about the ozone layer. Ozone is a molecule that contains 3 atoms of oxygen. Ozone is very rare in our atmosphere. Layer of ozone is made up of millionaires atoms of oxygen. Ozone plays a vital role in the atmosphere. It protects our Earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiations that comes from the sun. Where is the ozone found in the atmosphere? Ozone is found in 2 layers of atmosphere, in the troposphere and stratosphere. In troposphere, ozone is created by chemical reaction between the air pollutants from vehicles, exhaust, gasoline, vapor and other emissions. At ground level, high concentration of ozone are toxic to people and plants. In troposphere, bad ozone is occur because in this ozone layer is polluted. But in the stratosphere, it is non-good ozone because in this ozone protects the atmosphere from harmful ultraviolet rays. So in this layer, ozone acts as a filter because it allows only good rays of the sun to come on the Earth's surface. Discovery. The ozone layer was discovered in 1913 by the French physicists Charles Babbage and Henry Besson. Its properties was explored in detail by British meteorologist J.M.B. Dobson, who developed simple spectrophometer that could measure stratospheric ozone from the ground. Between 1928 and 1958, Dobson established a worldwide network of ozone monitoring stations which continue to operate to this day. Dobson unit is used to measure the ozone layer. Troposphere height 0 to 10 kilometers from the Earth, and it has polluted ozone layer that is harmful for the humans and animals. Stratosphere height from the troposphere is 10 to 50 kilometers, and it has natural occurring ozone layer that protects the Earth from UV radiations and absorbs all the coming rays that comes from the sun. Ultraviolet radiations. Ultraviolet radiations that portion of electromagnetic spectrum extending from violet or short wavelength end of the visible light range to the X-ray region. Ultraviolet radiations undetectable by human eye. जब अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशंस किसी चीज या मटेरियल पे गिरती हैं तो फ्लोरेसेंस काज करती हैं, जो कि लो एनर्जी वाली इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन रिमूव करती हैं. Ultraviolet radiation range is 400 nanometer to 100 nanometers. UV radiations on the basis are traditionally divided 4 regions. One is near, second is middle, third is far, and fourth is extreme. Near range is 400 to 300 nanometers. Middle range is 300 to 200 nanometers. Far range is 200 to 100 nanometers, and extreme range below the 100 nanometers. On the basis of interaction of wavelength, ultraviolet radiations are divided into 3 types: UVA, UVB, UVC. UVA is also called black light. Its range is 400 to 315 nanometers. UVA is less harmful as compared to UVB. UVA causes physical damage, premature aging of the skin, indirect genetic damage, and skin color. UVB range is 315 to 280 nanometers. It is main cause of sunburn. When excessive exposure of UVB can also cause contracts, immune system suppression, and genetic damage, resulting in problems such as skin cancer. Role of ozone layer. While UVC is absorbed by ozone layer because it has short wavelength, that's why it couldn't reach on the Earth's surface and can be absorbed by ozone layer. A role of the ozone layer and how are humans affected by it. Importance. Ozone is a gas in the atmosphere that protects everything living on the earth from harmful UV rays from the sun. Without the layer of ozone in the atmosphere, it would be very difficult for anything to survive on the surface. जब ओजोन की लेयर ज़मीन पे थिन हो जाएगी तो सूरज की जो रेज हैं वो डायरेक्ट ज़मीन पर पड़ेंगी, जिससे ज़मीन का टेम्परेचर बहुत ज़्यादा हाई हो जाएगा, ज़मीन में हीट ज़्यादा हो जाएगी, जिसकी वजह से ज़मीन पर सर्वाइवल बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा। इसलिए ओजोन एक फिल्टर के तौर पर काम करती है जो सारी रेडिएशंस को अपने अंदर इमिट कर लेती है, अपने अंदर एब्जॉर्ब कर लेती है। Without the filtering action of the ozone layer, more of the sun ultraviolet radiations would penetrate the atmosphere and would reach the Earth's surface that are harmful. The harmful effects of excessive exposure to UV radiation, it cause harmful effect to crop, forest growth, and human health. Human effects breathing ozone can trigger a variety of health problems including chest pain, coughing, throat irritation, and airway inflammations. These effects have been found even in healthy persons but can be more serious in people with lung diseases such as asthma. Hole in the ozone layer means hole ozone depletion. Ozone depletion describe two related phenomena observed since in the late 1970s. First phenomena described that a steady decline of about 4% in the total amount of ozone in the Earth's stratosphere. जो दुनिया में ओजोन की लेयर है स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर में वो तकरीबन 4% तक बिल्कुल रिमूव हो चुकी है। और जो सेकंड फिनोमेना है वो डिस्क्राइब करता है कि a much larger spring time decrease in stratosphere ozone around earth polar regions. This phenomena is known as ozone hole. मीन्स कि जब विंटर के बाद स्प्रिंग सीजन आता है तो वो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता वो ओजोन लेयर को रिमूव करना स्टार्ट कर देता है। Ozone hole in Antarctica. Some parts of the Antarctica, up to 60% of the total overhead amount of the ozone is depleted during Antarctic spring. The severe depletion of the Antarctic ozone layer is known as ozone hole. Occurs because of the special atmospheric and chemical conditions that exist there and nowhere else on the globe. The very low winter temperature in Arctic stratosphere cause polar stratospheric clouds to form. The ozone hole occurs during the Antarctic spring from September to December as strong westerly wind starts to circulate around that continent and within this polar vortex. Over 50% of the lower stratospheric ozone is destroyed during Antarctic spring. When temperature drop below negative 78 degrees Celsius, thin clouds form of ice, nitric acid and sulfuric acid mixes. Chemical reaction on the surface of the ice crystal in the clouds release active form of chlorofluorocarbons. जब दोबारा विंटर के बाद स्प्रिंग आएगा तो वो सनलाइट एक्टिव फॉर्म्स को डिसोसिएट करती है, जिससे ओजोन ओवर द कोर्स ऑफ 2 to 3 months approximately 50% of the total column amount of ozone in the atmosphere disappears. मतलब कि 2 से 3 मंथ्स के अंदर 50% कॉलम्स होते हैं वो डिस्पेस होना शुरू हो जाते हैं. At some level loses approach 90%. This is called Antarctic ozone hole. This is show how ozone hole looks in Antarctic. Purple giant hole in the ozone layer and effect of air pollution. Air pollution is a big cause of ozone depletion because it contains harmful chemicals that react with oxygen molecules of ozone and makes the layer is thin. Damage the ozone layer can cause for humans skin cancer, suppression of the immune system, parameter aging of the skin. It makes it more difficult to breathe deeply and vigorously, cause shortness of breath and pain when taking a deep breath, cause coughing and sore or scratchy throat, inflame and damage the airway. It also can reduce lung function and harm lung tissue. Ozone can worsen bronchitis, emphysema, and asthma, leading to increased medical care. Increase the frequency of asthma attacks makes the lungs more susceptible to infection. It also causes chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Effect on the environment. Global warming. Climate change, crop and fresh damaging infection and skin diseases on the less fish harvest. Climate change how जब ओजोन की लेयर ख़त्म हो जाएगी तो टेम्परेचर डायरेक्ट सूरज का अल्ट्रावायलेट रेडिएशन ज़मीन पर आना स्टार्ट हो जाएगी, जिसकी वजह से ज़मीन का टेम्परेचर हाई होना शुरू हो जाएगा. इसी वजह से आबो हवा भी बहुत चेंज हो जाएगी. Ozone hole means ozone depletion. The primary cause of ozone depletion is the process of chlorine-containing salts, chlorofluorocarbons, halogens, methylchloroform, methyl bromide, carbon tetrachloride, and several other chemicals. They are transported into the stratosphere by the wind after being emitted at the surface. They release halogen atoms in stratosphere like chlorine, bromine. They catalyze the breakdown of ozone into oxygen. This is how the ozone hole seen from the earth. Chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons are organic compounds that contain chlorine, fluorine, carbons. In 1930, in various applications such as in air conditioning, refrigerating, insulation, packing material, and as solvent, they emit in the air and react with the molecule of oxygen in the ozone and break the layer of ozone called thinness of ozone layer. It is main source that cause ozone depletion on the earth. Chlorofluorocarbons are emitted and reach the ozone layer. Chlorofluorocarbons are emitted through refrigerators and other materials like AC and other things. When it reach on the ozone layer, it reacts with the oxygen. Chlorofluorocarbons are broken down by the sun ultraviolet rays, and chlorine atoms are released into the ozone layer, thus causing a chain reaction of the ozone layer. Harmful ultraviolet rays reaching the earth increase due to the breaking of ozone layer. It is very harmful for us. Protect the ozone layer. What action have been taken to protect the ozone layer? Through international agreement known as the Montreal Protocol on Substances that deplete the ozone layer, government decide to eventually discontinue production of chlorofluorocarbons. The ozone depletion can also cause increased global warming and greenhouse effect. First of all, avoid consumption of gases dangerous to the ozone layer due to their content or manufacturing process. Some of the most dangerous gases are released. Dangerous gases are chlorofluorocarbons, halogenated hydrocarbons, methyl bromide, nitrous oxide. Second one is minimize the use of cars. The best transport option is urban bicycle or walking. Third is do not use cleaning products that are harmful to the environment and to us. Four is maintain air conditioner as their manufacturing causes chlorofluorocarbons to escape into the atmosphere. Thank you so much.